Yo, what's going on? Today we got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness trailer breakdown, Dreams. I believe I reacted to the trailer yesterday, so we are going to see what the whole three-eyed strange thing is about. Let's get straight to it.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and this is a breakdown of the latest trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Dreams, which I first watched in a dreamlike state since I was up at 5:50 a.m. refreshing AMC's glitchy app trying to get tickets for this movie. Order creation failed? Yeah, more like Nicole Kidman needs a whole roto herself. From classic Disney Easter eggs to third eyes to the return of Billy and Tommy proving we all gotta rewatch WandaVision, there's just so much to unpack here. So let's go through this frame by frame. Let's go!
I've been dreaming every night.
That theme music is fire, bro.
Every morning, the same nightmare.
All right, imagery of Strange's nightmare is now scored by the Everly Brothers.
I feel like not enough people pointed out. But Doctor Strange's haircut low-key fire, bro. That shit is always clean.
1958 song, All I Have to Do Is Dream. WandaVision actually featured oldie hits with the Monkees' Daydream Believer in its trailer, and another 1958 song, Yakety Yak by the Coasters in episode 1, which, judging from the calendar in the kitchen that episode, was set in 1961, the year that the Dick Van Dyke Show premiered. Here, the Everly Brothers' lyrics reflect Wanda's tragic longing for her children and vision. When I want you in my arms, when I want you and all your charms, whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. Yeah. Dream. And it's not just her sons Wanda wants, but one of her sons, Billy, as Wiccan, can cast his own actual charms. A new shot shows Strange waking up in that holding cell, fresh scratches on his head, and chunky cuffs around his wrists, but not yet bound like we saw in the other shot. These cuffs appear to be powered by something that emits a green glow, a color that in MCU past has been associated with the Time Stone, and with classic Loki's glorious purpose, conjured city while fighting Goliath. These cuffs could be used to confine or ID a particular variant. As Strange's voiceover speaks, an awesome audio effect transitions his voice into Wanda's.
Every night, the same dream.
And every morning, the same nightmare.
Which we could interpret to mean that Strange might be being puppeted by Wanda in that moment, or they could just be feeling parallel hauntings, and now Wanda is usurping his power by taking the
She's a
literal
really
words out
good
of his
actress.
mouth. We see Wanda in a new cardigan
Like, no
outfit in her
cap.
Westview home
She
from
would probably
WandaVision, single cam
fuck
set from
up
episode
the
6
whole
and
voice
7, as
acting.
Billy and Tommy
Decided to do
return.
that
Actors
too.
Julian Hilliard and Jet Klein. Julian, throughout all of our Twitter interactions, you kept this under wraps? Well done, young man. Now remember, the WandaVision post-credit scene showed
What is he talking
Wanda's
about?
astral form reading the Darkhold, searching for her sons who called out to her for help. Now we're seeing what we think is a reunion with them, but really is another false illusion. Someone or something is taunting Wanda with the dream of a reality where she could have her kids again. Wanda does say the word nightmare here, nightmare being the name of a Marvel demonic entity, but I have a feeling it's going to be Chthon. Now, Billy and Tommy are, as they were often in WandaVision, back in their comics colors. Billy, aka Wiccan, in red, Tommy, aka Speed, in green. And then a fire roars in a hearth directly behind them. Definitely ain't safe for two kids to have started this alone. Fire? Hell? Not today, Mephisto! Don't do this to me again, Master! But I am obligated to remind you that in the comics,
What
these
the
two
fuck was
are
that?
revealed to be demon spawn, puppeted by a servant to Mephisto, something Marvel could choose to make canon if they want to give me the best birthday present, which it is today, April 7th, so please go light on the Mephisto memes today. Thanks. Really, my favorite Easter egg is on the TV behind them, an old black and white animated short that I thought initially could have been Steamboat Willie, but this ain't Mickey Mouse, this is Oswald and Hortensia from the 1928 short
Oswald.
Skyscrapers. If you know your Disney history, Walt Disney produced Oswald shorts for Universal before parting ways over a contract dispute, and then went on to create Mortimer Mouse, later renamed Mickey Mouse, who famously starred
What
in
the
Steamboat
hell?
Willie in 1929.
What was that
taking
first
over
name?
the world from there forward. But over the years, Oswald gained a cult following as Mickey's forgotten predecessor, erased from memory, and then kind of later rediscovered and reappreciated as a real victim of studio machinations. You could actually draw a comparison between Oswald and Hortensia and Vision and Wanda, who were also background heroes who seem to have missed their window, but thanks to WandaVision, re-emerged as the MCU's dominant power couple. Like Oswald, Vision has been killed off and then resurrected for profit, and now has a committed following of those devoted to his memory, including Wanda. Now, Wanda holds Billy and Tommy in her arms in this cool sideways shot that cuts to her arms suddenly, in the blink of an eye, empty in this seance, confirming that that seance was to connect with her dream reality of her two sons back in her Westview house. Now, notice how most of the candles around her that were previously lit in the seance shot are now extinguished except for two of them. Perhaps all of these candles represented possible Billy's and Tommy's throughout the multiverse, and as she narrowed it down to two that she thought were her two sons,
bro, how do you come up with these fucking hypotheses, bro? Like, god damn. Damn. Theories is crazy.
Faded between the events of Age of
But they
Ultron
always
and Civil War
make
and
sense.
Infinity War. But as we learned in WandaVision, was really the result of her binging American sitcoms with Vision and Avengers Compound as they learned that grief is love persevering, so shut your mouths. Still, that accent came back in choice moments when she dwelled on the events of Age of Ultron. The accent's return now could indicate Wanda back in that vengeful headspace. And since in this movie we will be seeing two Wandas, the accent could be another way this movie distinguishes which is which. Now a new shot of the ruins that I believe to be the Utopian Parallel, America Chavez's home dimension. Then at the center on this pedestal is a glowing blue item. Hard to tell, but it looks kind of like the Darkhold. We also see more of this dimension's architecture, a snaking rainbow road in the upper left corner, and then on the right, a spherical crystalline structure that looks like the light source of the
So
space.
much
Then
going
another
on.
new-ish spot that released over the weekend, a hulking beast behind Wong that many thought was Chthon, but if you look closely at the shot of Wanda, as I pointed out, there is another one of these beasts behind her. So based on there being two of them, I'm less confident that this is Chthon. Reminder on Chthon, the elder god who sometimes looks like this, who originally cursed Wanda with her chaos magic and was the original author of the Darkhold. But rather, these could be Chthon's minions, the Ingerai, elder spawn demons created by Chthon and banished to another dimensional plane. But here, notice how their eyes glow red. Wanda could be controlling them here. And since there are two of them, at least in this shot, I just have to wonder if these might have been the life forms that Chthon used to base Billy and Tommy on. But their physical corporeal forms
What
are
the
actually
hell?
these demons, the Ingerai. Look, I know, it's crazy. But the WandaVision producers did confirm Senor Scratchy, the rabbit, was actually Agatha's familiar who was supposed to shapeshift back into a monstrous demon just like this. So who knows? Billy and Tommy could truly be the demon spawn, unleashing hell. Then there's that other new-ish spot that I talked about before of Doctor Strange in the Gargantos battle in front of that building with a sign for Stan Lee, which I just think might be a nod to Stan Lee, just because they paid tribute to him exactly this way with Stan Lee's Pizza in the 2008 Hulk, though I know the sign could also be something else. But anytime I see the word Stan Lee in the MCU, I'm gonna say it's a Stan Lee reference, all right? So shut up. And then that awesome shot from the Super
Only
Bowl
makes
TV spot of
sense.
Christine Palmer in the Illuminati lab with America Chavez in the holding cell as other lab techs flee and Ultron sentries charge forward. So many crazy things happening at once. I'm gonna add
can't
another
wait for
one
this
to it.
movie,
New detail
dog.
in the doorway behind her. It opens up to the Manhattan skyline. Folks, that is the Chrysler building. So this multiversal citadel that is modeled on the British Museum. It is located, just like the Sanctum Sanctorum is, right in the middle of Manhattan, but higher up over the skyline. Making me wonder if it could be hidden in a pocket reality in the building that was once Avengers Tower, which has a great view of Chrysler Tower just like this does. The Illuminati folks could be headquartered in a British Museum-y pocket reality in the Fantastic Four's new Baxter building, which would fit nicely with our speculation that one of those Illuminati members could be Reed Richards. Okay, on to the last section.
Careful, Stephen.
There's actually way too much shit going
This
on, bro.
path exacts a heavy toll.
Hang on.
Okay. Marvel Studios, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse.
Bro, imagine if for like
A few
no
more shots from the
reason
Super Bowl TV spot.
they just killed Wong off. That shit would piss me the fuck off.
Marvel Studios, Doctor
I would
Strange in the
probably walk
Multiverse
out.
of Madness.
Okay, a few more shots from the Super Bowl TV spot, and then Mordo unsheathing his glowing sword, but then, yikes, Sinister Strange from the December trailer has a third eye open from his forehead. This could be a literal
Fucking
version
Tien.
of the mystical third eye that was alluded to by the Ancient One.
Open your eyes.
I've used that to speculate that the reason Strange might
God
have
damn.
his Eye of Agamotto once more is that, like in the comics, there could actually be 3 of these necklaces. In an interview with Fandango, Sam Raimi wouldn't not say explicitly who the villain of this movie was, but he did hint that it would be an altered Strange. But he also indicated that at different points in the movie, all the characters' variants could be hostile antagonists. As Strange ventures out into other realities, figures out how they rhyme with our reality and are complete opposites or somewhere in between. Lastly, there's this new close-up of the rotting face of Defender Strange at the mountaintop battle, which I believe to be atop Undugor Mountain, which is where Chthon's Darkhold Temple is kept. The way Strange twitches his head and looks directly at us is so freaky. Sam Raimi said in that interview that he wanted to embrace the original pitches from Kevin Feige and the first director Scott Derrickson, who is credited as a producer on this movie, that this should be a horror film. But he would not yet confirm if his Evil Dead frontman Bruce Campbell was making a cameo, but we all know the guy's gonna show up.
Bro, his theories are like actually wild. The twin, her kids being the monsters, like that's something no normal nigga would think of that, bro. Like no normal nigga like us, bro. Niggas that just be watching the movies, don't be reading the comics too often, don't be like looking into shit. I would never assume that is gonna happen. But like I said, that scene where Wong is like hanging off of a cliff or something and he yells Strange, I don't know why. That time when I saw it, I just got bad vibes, bro. It feels like it's been like since No Way Home and Aunt May, you know what I'm saying? See, it feels like the MCU is going in a more darker path, like with the whole Avengers, bro. The whole Avengers, everybody was getting clapped, bro. There was hella main heroes deaths and like a whole bunch of just bullshit going on. So it wouldn't surprise me if somebody important died in this movie. I'm hoping it's not Wong, but if it is, we gonna have some problems, bro. That's gonna it's not gonna feel too good. But yeah, if you enjoyed my reaction, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and share, and I will see you all in the next one.